Okay, turn 22. Allocation is done. It's going straight down. Construction. Let's beeline that. Some magic searching. Obscuro still finds nothing. Poor guy. Crystal Garden, +1 Astral. And looks like nothing else. We spied a battle over here. Pythium is doing the very silly mass satyr spam. These guys are like I think it's 2 slaves or something to summon. They are insane. They have seduction, stealthy, unrest generation, and they free spawn, or not free spawn, but they can summon maenads, and they're practically free. So you can make. He's basically running Turmoil Pan, except he's Pythium, and these don't cost like extreme gold like Pans, so he's just doing it with a few blood slaves. So actually, his nation's going to be kind of silly, since he's doing so well. If I end up having to fight him, it's going to be thousands of these, making sieging almost impossible, and then he'll probably just use them like skeletons. So yeah, he ran into that is a huge pile of PD, which is very wasteful, but he lost nothing of value. But if I have to fight him, it's going to be thousands of those. He'll use them like skeletons with Scalaria probably, and just attack from all directions continuously, which can be difficult to stop because you have to protect against everything. My mercs got over there. Looks like they had nothing to stop them. Well, march them up there. And the big battle. Let's see if he moved to defend or if he got out of the way. Yeah, just a big ball of PD. More wasted gold. Looks like that's popular these days. And my guys are just gonna throw shit. Mercs get in the way. These are excellent mercs for doing that, because now they've got fire chakrams, and there's 75 of them, so there's lots of them to get in the way. How many did I lose? I lost about 20, and nothing else, which is great. Dragon Ridge. Oh, he got attacked by Night Event. Since it's MA, this Bad Nations game is running in MA. You do have the chance of that happening, so that's really terrible. Night attacks are the worst kind of independent attack. What happened to Nazca? Did he stale? If he staled, I can just go attack him anyway and get free land. We'll give him another turn. If he stales again, we'll just do that. I'll attack him immediately. If I can't get Smog to, Smog is the game host, I'll get him to AI him if possible. If not, then I'll just take all of his stuff, so that the AI, or it's better than letting someone else take it. So it's just a mad rush for free things. Okay. So this group of stuff is going to take out this throne. Let's move those in. Oh, we got another air random. These guys are very, very useful later in the game. Once I can get some crystal matrices up, you can have these turn 1 fog warriors or turn 1 mass flight, or do something protective to save my mages from battlefield wiping spells, which are a very large weakness when you have big balls of little shitty 10 or 9 HP mages like Mari. Let's see, we got so, and I also need to move this witch hunter up to fire arrows. So let's go and script these. Back row, Phoenix power, flaming arrows, and these guys will literally guard because I don't want them to charge forward. I want the arrows to do all the work. Fire. So everything's going to be fire. I want them to possibly target a mage squad. If I do that, the Indies usually are in a 1 ball with all their commanders, and just takes a couple of lucky volleys, and that'll rout their whole army, which is ideal. And another group of fire. What was I even doing with these? Okay, so we'll go put him up here. These back here. Tell this to guard commander. Nah, I'll just tell these to hold an attack. Put this guy up a little more. Okay. And actually put him on cast spells. Because you know what? If I recall right, there were a lot of Skella spammers, so having him banish is actually not going to be terrible. That will be marginally useful for me. Okay, now I'll split these into two just in case. One squad routes, I don't get all of my blockers routing. That would be bad. So let's put them like this. There we go. So then they'll kind of collapse into a ball on this guy and block after these guys get killed, which they will be pretty quickly. Yeah, heavy cav, light cav, so they'll die pretty fast. Flaming arrows. Yeah, so he's going to cast Phoenix Power, which will put him to F3. Flaming Arrows is F4, requires 1 gem. Give him 2 fires, and he can cast it. So we can ignore this. That's a lie. It can cast, and it will. He's building a fort. What is this guy doing? Oh, that's right. I was just patrolling. How many more am I making? So it's 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 10 more. Okay. Have him research. He's done preaching. It's up to 3. You can preach up to holy level times 2 plus 1 for a temple, so 3 is his maximum, which is not that high, but it's better than 0. And once my dominion is here, since I'm pushing 1 plus the temple, 2 pushes per turn from the space, this will hold my dominion over here against whatever they build. This is still here. We were actually traded that, or we negotiated a border, and he got this, but I guess he's not interested in taking it right now. I don't know. Whatever. If he wants to stick around, he can do that. What do we got? Steel Warriors and Antlered Shaman. He'll just chill. And I will move the giant ball of everything around. These actually can get split. Okay. Do I have? Oh, he's in there. I don't want him in the middle. I want them all in the back. This guy's in the back. Okay, so this is probably going to be the big battle. So Jesus is going to go up here. He's raiding. Everyone else is going here. So Phoenix Power, what are you going to do? You are going to make a whole bunch of Lesser Fire Elementals. These are not that good at fighting. However, due to them being ethereal with Fire Shield, they're good at delaying. So these Fire Elementals, I would say for each blob of Fire Elementals I make every 2 is going to delay his guys a turn. Every 2 turns is another crossbow volley, so delaying him is very valuable to me. This guy, what was he doing after that? I don't know. I'll just have him, what's the range on Fire Cloud? 25, not very impressive. Holy Pyre is 35. Or Fireball. I think I'll just have him Fireball for the Heat Shock. Actually, does he have Cold? Oh, he does. He has Cold. So the Heat Shock on Fireball is going to be not that good. I mean, it'll still do a little bit of fatigue, but it's not going to light them on fire and kill them all. So we'll just drop some Holy Pyres, which is okay. I would drop Fire Clouds, but to make him actually do it reliably, I'd have to put him over here, and I don't want him in the front. Because if I lose, which is possible, he will maybe die, and I don't want my mages to die. Okay, this guy is going to be more Fire Elemental spam. Let's make sure I got enough gems around. So what is he doing? Okay, he's doing Flaming Arrow, so he needs another gem. He's doing... Okay, so I want these on conservative so they don't waste gems. Yeah, good. And I'll give... Who should I have carry my other gems? My spares. I'll just let one of these guys carry it. We'll just spread them equally. CF4? Okay. So that's enough to do their full Fire Elementals. That is enough for him to do Flaming Arrows, and then he'll fatigue himself out with the Holy Pyres. That delay, plus the Fire Arrows, plus the large quantity of crossbows, plus these guys, should make this battle happen, and I should win it, hopefully. If he manages to not have his guys HP route or just run because they're getting murdered by arrows, I'll just lose. He'll lose way more gold than I will, though, in troops. And mine are easily replaced because my economy is far larger than his. And if your economy is larger than your enemy's, you can win the game without actually winning any real battles. Like, you could lose every battle, but until the very end, because you can maintain losses and they can't, which is generally the case when you're fighting guys who can only be made from the capital. These cap sacreds that he's got tons of, they're only coming from here. So he's making, like, I don't know how much dominion he has. Probably, judging by how hard mine is pushing into him, he probably only has like 7 or 8 dom score at most. So he can make at most 7 or 8 troops. If he's making a sacred mage, 6 or 7. 6 or 7 guys a turn compared to I'm making about 40 crossbows a turn if desired. He can't keep up. Not a chance in hell. So even if he wins, which he probably won't unless he's got a lot of mage support with these scales in his territory footprint. He probably doesn't because he's too poor to make mages. So I'll have mage support. He won't. I'll have crossbows. He'll have guys who suck against crossbows, and it will be a slaughter. Assuming he doesn't run back into his cap, which is possible. So Jesus is going here. He's going to raid. Mercenaries raiding. Swimming men. Those are water mercs. I can't use those. But yeah. I could have him start the fort here, I think. I need to move him out too. Move these guys down here so they can make their temple and lab so I can make more witch hunters. And also keep Kid Fox Dominion at bay. As you can see, he's already doing the unforted temple spam thing. Which throne does he have? Throne of War. Okay, only 1 Dominion spread, which is good. But still, I'm going to have to probably have an Inquisitor or 2 preaching this to keep his Dominion from pushing into mine, because he'll just keep spamming temples. These will all be templed soon enough, as will this. He'll take this, I'm sure, and then temple that as well. So it'll be annoying to keep his Dominion at bay, as usual. Witch Hunter, make another one. Oops. What was he doing? Searching? I'm not going to go here yet, just in case Nazca is just doing a 1 stale. If he stales again, I will attack immediately. And I should probably actually make a group here to do that. 5, 2, 1. Okay, there's my group. Do I already have I already have him down here. He can immediately raid if Nazca doesn't take a turn. Let's take his stuff. Was I already making some? No, I'm just making crossbows. And making crossbows. Making crossbows. Oh wait, what was this guy doing? He is my scout. We're going to leave him there. That's a good spot to see what's happening in the area. This guy's chilling. This guy's chilling. Okay, so that's everybody. I've got all my mages building. Yeah, these are on repeat, I think. I could lab these for horticulturist, not horticulturalist. I don't know why my brain tells me to say that. But anyway, I could get these. That will get me water. I think I will. So we're going to send... Oh, actually, I shouldn't build this fort next. I should fort this next. So he'll come along to do that. Obviously, fort your thrones. Because when the game gets farther in, if you have if I see a whole bunch of unforted thrones on the map, or any good player sees a bunch of unforted thrones on the map, they're going to probably see if they can manage a simultaneous capture of all of them, and then just claim them and win the game. Which I've only actually had that successfully happen once, but other people have done it before as well. If they're not paying attention, you can definitely make them lose. And let's make some more crossbows here. You can never have too many. Well, you can have too many, but I'm far from that. I want at least 2 balls about this large going around doing crossbow things. And if Nazca's staling, move that over there. If he's staling, as soon as I take this, I'll take that army and just start marching it this way. Take this, because he has palisades, so I can knock them down in a turn, which is ideal. So I think that's pretty much everything. Got a little gold surplus going. That's okay, because I'm going to be making 2 more forts, and then I have to. That's since I have to build temples and labs in order to produce mages. Each fort is what 800 plus 900, so 1700 just to get started before I can make mages, which is expensive for a mage that only makes a whopping 12 research in my dominion. Oh well. Why am I getting slaves? Are those just events? Ah. I was hoping I had a small blood slave income. That way I could just let it accumulate and break myself into blood without having to brute force it. As is, I will probably try to brute force it anyway with once I have a bunch of surplus of these running around. I'll just let them chill in the province with like 5k, like let's say this one. No, fuck, this one's unrested already because it has probably Devil Den or some other blood site here. But like this one. I would just send them all here and just have them blood hunt, maybe summon some wolves to keep unrest down. And eventually I would get 50, and then with 50 slaves, I would probably empower... I could empower her. But I would probably... Yeah, I would probably empower her. Because blood death is really good. And then with blood nature, I can build... Armor of Twisted Thorns, which is a blood and nature booster, which is useful to have. But as is, nature income's looking decent. I would like to actually steal his. If I can actually win this war in a decent time period, I can steal his nature income. That will probably put me in contention with Pythium as far as nature income goes. It's Mother Oak is not up yet. I have a nature 9 caster, so if I can get that income, I will detour from construction 6, maybe detour. I don't know. I might just stay on construction 6, and then once I have lanterns, immediately go to 5, alteration 5, and put up Mother Oak. Because having Mother Oak is always useful. Nature is generally a good gem. Anyway, I think that is the turn. We'll see if our final or big battle with Ulm happens. Could go either way, I guess. I think I'd probably win it though, but we'll see. Anyway, that is the turn.